Yeah, when you're in the music business in Texas, you know what I'm saying, at some point or another, you know what I'm saying, you're going to see the Rap A Lot family. It's a massive family of artists, producers, engineers. We now count athletes in the family as well. And we have a lot of different projects, a lot of people going around to a lot of places. And we're very well connected throughout throughout Texas, the South, and the country as well. And, with Jay Prince, in the initial beginning, he wanted to see if there was, and this is in '92, he wanted to see if there was a way to be able to do business between the independent record label Big Time Records that we were signed to at the time and Rap A Lot Records. And when he realized that he couldn't, he was like, that's fine. He said, but you two young boys, I want y'all to be able to, call me if there's ever something that y'all don't understand. So in that respect, he's always been, in our corner, giving us advice, whether it be legal or musical or whatever the case may be. As we got older, we started having families, you know what I'm saying? And, he was always there to teach us about personal responsibility for yourself as a man and for your family, and making sure that, you keep God first and stay focused, and, loyalty is everything, friendships is everything, and, just, how to be men and musicians, Being in Houston in the early 90s, mid 90s, it was impossible to not hear a car coming by playing DJ Screw. You know what I'm saying? Every time you stepped outside, you went to the car wash, the corner store, just in somebody driving down your street, you would hear these Screw tapes. I had the pleasure of getting to know him. I met him at '92. He used to DJ at this after-hour spot we used to go to and play dice all the time. And when I first got the test press of the vinyl, which a lot of cats may not know because people don't even really deal in vinyl anymore. A test press is like when you go to the record plant and you give them your master, they make a copy of the record to make sure that it sounds like it's supposed to sound when they go into production with it. So I took the test press and I brought it to Screw to the after hours. I was like, here, play this. Let me see what cats think. So he played it, and people were like, yo, play that again, man, play it again. So from that point on, he became a friend. And probably around 94 to 95, everybody started talking about Screw mixtapes. And I remember he was making mixtapes at that time, but they were pretty much just like any other blend mixtape, So I called my home. I have a friend, BJ, who lived around the corner from Screw. I was like, BJ, man, why is everybody tripping on these mixtapes that Screw is making? Now, he said, you must not have heard him. He said, come on by the house. So he played me one of them. It was going around. I said, BJ, something wrong with your tape deck. Because your tape playing real slow. This is back when people had cassette players in the car. And sometimes if you had the auto-reverse tape decks, if you played it too much, sometimes it would start, locking up and slowing down. So I thought something was wrong with his tape deck because DJ drove in his car a lot. He was like, no, that's how he make them. I said, well, I don't really get this, man. What is it? As he kept playing it, eventually I heard a song that I liked that he had slowed down. I was like, okay, this is kind of wild. So the next couple of days, me and Pimp went over there and we talked to him and we just checking him out, and he started doing one and Hawk and them and Dave and them was over there chilling and talking on the mic. And back then, people still weren't freestyling. People were just, it started out as he would make a Screw tape. You could come and buy a Screw tape for $10, for $15. You could give him a list of names and he would shout people out. For $25, you could get on the mic and shout your own crew and yourself out. And it started out as people just shouting people out. And then people started getting on there and started trying to rap to the music as, while it was in there. A couple of people actually ended up being pretty good. So, you had, at this time, it was C-Note from the Botany Boys, ESG, Hawk, Fat Pat. Eventually, Kiki came on a little later. 3-2, these are all the original members of the Screwed Up Clique that everybody knows today. And eventually grew from a neighborhood thing to a citywide thing to a statewide thing to a national thing to an international phenomenon. I think because Houston, for one, we definitely celebrate Southern hospitality. And we definitely, welcome people into the city with open arms. I think it's one of the main reasons why people tend to come and gravitate to Houston. Another thing is, Houston is more of a metropolitan city than I think people, have come to know. If you haven't been to Houston, I don't think you realize how great the shopping is, how big the city is, how modern the city is in terms of architecture and, the shopping, the hotels and everything. And thirdly, it's a great party city, however you like to party, you know what I'm saying? You can definitely get your party on like that in Houston in a great way, you know what I'm saying? We have places like Club Hush, you know, the biggest nightclub in the country, you know what I'm saying, over 24,000 square feet, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely got a lot of things to attract people down in Houston, Texas. Oh, and don't forget the food.